speed, only 60, turn square right over gravel.
Over small crest. 2 left, long, tighten the pole. 40, 5 left, and the 3 right.
62 left, and keep 2 right, don't cut past junction, slow, and left on black crest. 63 right in over crest, and fast 3 left over water, slippy here, and 2 right over crest, slippy. 4 right crossing, left over crest, 1 right, then stay left for 60, to turn late 5 right and carry.
The mighty Micras are back. The next round of the challenge is taking place at the Circuit of Ireland Rally. The conditions are very damp and difficult. The reigning champion Stanley Orr from Killinchy has a new co-driver from his hometown calling the notes.
So we did our recce on Thursday, and it was still the good weather that we've had for a couple of weeks, and obviously for the rally that changed. So there's going to be 88 cars out over these 3 stages before us this morning, plus a couple of all the course cars. So we reckon there's going to be a lot of mud and stuff thrown out, and there's not really any drying, so it's going to stay very slippy. Well, it's just harder because of the unknown of where there's mud pulled out from the big cars cutting corners and stuff. But an easier aspect, the thing is that the weather's probably going to be the same all day, so tyre choice will probably be on the same tyres all day. We'll maybe add, if there's any standing water, I'll try and add that on as we're going through the first run, or bad muddy places, but some of it you go on site, and the rest of it you hope for the best, that he's a good pilot, that he is.
This is going to be a muddy Micra day, but all the drivers are delighted to be part of this famous event.
Good rally now to use for our first road event. Obviously, if you look around, the weather's not going to do us any good, but no, for sure, great rally to be involved in, and the stages look good when we were doing the recce. So, and I think that might suit the Micra quite well. Now, okay, again, the weather's going to play into its hands for that, but certainly they're nice technical twisty stages, and they're good, and Micras are good in that. Today's going to be getting around there and picking your way through the danger spots and out through the puddles. There's a bit of slurry, and that was down the roads, and then we all know what that's like in the wet. But no, I think it's a finisher's day for sure, so we'll have a go. The young boys are coming through, it's absolutely brilliant now. It'll be good when you hear what the crack is from them boys after these first loop of stages, when they get into the first service, what they actually think, because obviously for those guys doing closed road rallies, it's going to be really exciting. This is only my, I think, 3rd tarmac rally on the roads, so for me, we're still learning. We don't know anything about this. The other boys are, Bushy's 25 years at it, and Stanley, I don't know, many years, but so their boys have certainly got an advantage, you know.
Bushy is Andrew Bush, the current leader of this year's Micra Challenge after an opening win at Bishop's Court.
But this is a different ball game, obviously, closed roads, and it's going to be very difficult today with the welder. Stages are tricky. I've a lot of experience on the circuit, but this is a different level of wetness, certainly. It's very, very wet. So it's going to be a challenging event. So when we looked at the stages, it was bone dry. So now it's wet, so you're looking for shiny tar, which is very difficult to catch you out in the braking. If you brake too late and you hit the shiny tar, you can just be off the road, you know. And when you're recce in the dry, it's very hard to spot it. So the first run over, you listen to the notes, but you're also trying to assess the road surface. And then we've got the entire main field run ahead of us and all the big 4-wheel drives, and they're pulling mud out and stones out halfway around the bend. So it's difficult to see, and that you can commit to a corner and all of a sudden that you lose grip. So it's going to be a real challenging day for everyone.
Car 107 is Aidan O'Neill, and he's ready to make his tarmac debut after a lot of hard work.
First time the roads, can't wait to get out on them. New rear swinging arms, new front bottom arms, adjusted suspension, a couple of new tyres and stuff got. What's it called, shift light and stuff in it. No, just bits and pieces just to try to make it that wee bit easier. We did the recce on Sunday. What's it called, it was fantastic weather, sun splitting the trees, and then we get till the day and it's slashing rain.
Aidan's smiles didn't last long.
Good morning.
A very early exit.
3, 2, 1, go, that's about it. That is pretty much it. 3, 2, 1, go. Left, right, over crest. Oh no. That's it. What's it called? We did learn we can drive with the steering wheel upside down.
Way slow, boy. Good luck.
Once I hit the wee crest, the whole back end just slid out in the slippy conditions, and I hit the passenger side front wheel up the bank, and unfortunately bent the bottom arm and the chassis leg, unfortunately. So unfortunately that's our day over. We'll get it out, get everything measured, and hopefully go know some of a good jig to get her straight in the end.
The Stanley Orr Michael Gibson combination hits the front immediately. And maintain their advantage through the early stages. Ben Fallis with co-driver Louise McBarron are in close attendance. With the duo leading the series, Andrew Bush and Geraldine McBride off to a steady start too. Peter and Stephen Dowds are lying fourth early on. But a cracking time on a mid-rally special stage bumped them up to second. Just under a second ahead of Bush, but still well behind Orr.
170, Badmont. Yep. Care jump 60, 2 left, tightens to 4, over big jump at bridge. Keep in. Keep in, 4 left, into 270. 4 right, over small jump, 40 to turn square left. Don't cut. It opens a wee bit here. 40. 2 left, 40, 1 right, 40, middle over long crest, long 370, 370. The bottom 5 right with mud, Pete. Yeah. And 2 left, long.
Stanley produces a brilliant special stage, 26.5 seconds quicker than his nearest challenger. The conditions seem to be getting to Ben Fallis. He slipped to fourth.
Absolutely treacherous conditions. Like there's stand water everywhere. You're going down a big long straight in 5th gear, and she's lighting up, and you know what? Like
100, crest jump, only 60 down. Caution, 3 left, slippy gravel into long square right, slippy. 20, late square left.
on stage 3, came down out over the crest, and there was just pure flood in the ground. And went into it real slow, and she stalled, and then she took, I'd say, 15-20 seconds to start again. But we got her going then. And
so down you go. Keep the head. And 2 left, over crest, and 1 right. 130. 5 right and 3 left.
you have to feather the throttle a wee bit more than you do just to stop her from spinning, you know, but apart from that, not much you can do.
These magnificent Micras really are producing plenty of entertainment, as always, in a slippery, tough test in County Tyrone.
Jump 3 right, opens long, 60, turn square right, don't cut. Here. .60, Slippy continues, 5 left. 60, 3 left opens. 60, 3 left, all outside.
As Peter Dowd's onboard shows, the conditions need full concentration.
1 left.
The notes called by brother Stephen.
Through a dip, 80, uphill, slowing. 2 left, stay neat, and 4 right. 2 left, stay neat, 4 right in the back of the house. 100. 5 right, rough, and 4 left, opens over crest. Or tightens over crest.
Yeah.
Service is a quick dash at this rally.
No place for Nile, man, that's all I can say.
Just 20 minutes per car to get any issues fixed and get the Micras spick and span and ready to go. The drivers need some sustenance too. One driver has come in with a major issue due to a crash. Jamie McLaughlin is helping fix his own Micra. The radiator needs to come out and a new one put in.
Well, we got out in the first stage. Everything was grand, we had good grip, there was no handlings, everything was perfect. And we made it into the fourth stage and we were just very near the end and there was a 5 left and a 5 right. And I thought I could take it harder than I could, obviously. And she nosed in and she had a rock and she just flipped over on her side, but we were dead on and everything was perfect. We got out safe and we got towed out before anybody come. So, okay, board up and away we went.
Despite the issues, Jimmy's still upbeat. But isn't going just yet. A new distributor in, and he gets the engine going again. Thankfully, along with co-driver Katie Wilson, he makes it back out. At the front of the rally, big news. The leaders are out. Stanley Orr and Michael Gibson stop on a road section after the car lost all its water. Andrew Bush and Geraldine McBride are pushing hard. They go nearly 11 seconds faster than Peter and Stephen Dowds on this stage to grab the lead. Ben Fallis and Louise McBarron are second fastest to leave the top 3 covered by only 12.5 seconds with 3 stages to go.
3 right. Continues for 100 go. Then 1.
But soon there is drama for the Dowds too. They suffer transmission failure with a drive shaft or gearbox issue.
2 right, 40, 3 left, slowing to score right. Here, the back of this edge you're going. 150 up the middle.
No gears. Broke a shaft.
On.
We got through stage 6 into stage 7 and my problem again is me and the gearboxes aren't very good. It looks like I've nipped first gear again and broke the gearbox once again, so I probably need to go back to driving school again there, to be fair. It's not going too good for me and the gearboxes.
And even more issues for Jamie McLaughlin. But he's still loving life in his Micra.
Broke the exhaust there in one of those jumps, but we get head started now as well. And we'll be back out for the last leg, last loop. Bishop's Court was my first rally, and this is my first ever road rally. And I tell you, I've had a RAV, and this is the best day I've had all year. A wild crack. So there's nothing else like it. They're so predictable. They're just class. They're just great. the Micra Challenge is coming up. It just looked cool. There wasn't too many events a year, but there wasn't a wild wait between them either. It was just the best option for me, you know what I mean?
So 3 stages left, it's Bush who leads. This is a real rally of attrition.
Yeah, it's a tough event. We're leading at the minute, but it's very, very close, you know. Per Stanley broke down. He had a good lead, in fairness. He was going very well, and he didn't make the first stage in the loop, which is disappointing. And we had a pretty slow start this morning, just couldn't get into the groove. The second loop was a bit better, in fairness, but we're still not driving. I don't feel my driving's very good today, I'm being honest, but we're here and we're enjoying it, and it's very, very difficult now, so it is. So there's some places where it's a bit of grip, it's great, and then there's a lot of mud pulled out, so then you just get understeer and very difficult not to hit anything really, you know. So a couple of places we pushed on and we got a couple of wee moments, so we backed off again, so it's quite inconsistent.
2 right, 100, danger crest, sudden square right, don't cut, over
Fallis
gravel.
and McBarron step up again with their second fastest time. That moves them up to second and now only 9.5 seconds behind the leader.
And 2 right up, 60, crest, 40, short, 4 left, don't cut, slippy, 1 right, over crest, 130, turn square right down.
At the minute, we're taking no chances whatsoever. We're just driving it as we see it. And there's a lot of time left in the stages, yes, but we're not taking the chance. We just bring her home now.
And Raymond McLaughlin and David McSorley are up to third. A fine drive to hold off Jamie McLaughlin and Katie Wilson.
It's a tough challenge now in that conditions, and it's like I've been rallying for a long time and I've come across all that before, but never in a Micra, so it takes a bit of getting used to again, and it's the same for everybody though. I want to finish now. This is my main thing, you know, and I can't challenge 2 fellas in front, and I'm more than happy with that. But no, if the car's okay, a bit of issue with the brakes, a bit too much in the back, but we can't sort that today. But other than that, everything's good, and the car's good, and the notes are good, and so we're happy with it.
Water exit.
The times are so tight today, and the racing excellent.
Continues to Ivy Tree on the left.
And flat crest.
The top 2 Micras incredibly set equal times on the penultimate stage.
Very short, 4 right, don't cut.
But it's Andrew Bush and Geraldine McBride who secure the win after a fastest time in the final stage. Then Fallis and Louise McBarron are second, ahead of Raymond McLaughlin and David McSorley. With Jamie McLaughlin and Katie Wilson in fourth.
200, tight hairpin left, narrow, don't cut. Tight hairpin left, narrow, don't cut. 130 up middle. 130 up middle. 2 right, continues over crest. 2 right, continues over crest. Into a middle over crest. 80 down. Short 4 right and square left. Short 4 right and square left.
Long 2 left to care crest, 6 left.
So Bush takes his second victory of this year's Micra Challenge. And he'll be hard to stop this season.
Not last loop even, there's so many cars off in the ditches, so it got slippier and slippier as the day went on, you know. So it wasn't easy. Ben was going well, there wasn't much of a gap out of service into the last loop, but got a couple of seconds on the first stage out, and same time in the next stage, which is amazing. And then with just a decent clean run, just trying to manage it on the last one really, you know. But I wouldn't say it was my best days driving, but I'm very happy at the finish in one piece at the end, you know.
Over the moon, I didn't think we'd have got that at all. And we said we'd give it a go to try and get a bit of time in Andrew, and he took 3.1 or 3.3 out of us. And then we give it a real good go in the second one because we took time out of him the time before that. and we ended up in an identical time. And then I just said, if I get through this last stage, I'll be happy. So the first round in Bispsgård, we ended up getting third, and now we have second. So that obviously means you have to win those tonight.
It was a very hard day for both drivers and co-drivers. The stages were extremely difficult, and Stanley and Peter, I'm sorry to see them going out because they were going really well and they were setting the pace for today. But you have to finish before you get the points, so we're very glad. Andrew drove very well. But Ben pushed us very hard towards the end, and we had to stay on it.
It was only our third road rally, and like you say, it was bone dry whenever we were wrecking, so it was a big learning curve today to go out and do it in a full wet rally. Like, it was a lot of learning going on out there, but we're glad with the result. We're raging it took so long to come over to it, to be honest. It's a completely different ball game, and everyone taking part in it, like, they're brilliant. It's really, really good. You make friends out of them, like, so it's brilliant.
We all had to go around the same corners and we all had to do the same things, and it was very sad to see Stanley and Peter going out, because it was going to be a great race, like, for them. As it transpired, I sort of profited by their demise, obviously. But no, we had a good day, and it was a very challenging event. I'm sure you've heard that often enough today, and I'm glad we got through. Broke a wishbone on the second last stage, and I was never as glad to see the end of the stage than the last stage.
It was a tough day, but same for all crews. We all knew it was going to be very challenging come directly, and when we knew what the weather was, so it was always going to be a finisher's rally, and it was always going to be the smartest and cleanest on the stages, and that's the way it's turned out.
Next up, the Modern Tyres Ulster Rally. We'll see you then.